What's up guys, my name is Carl and welcome back to Tech Hunter. So it is now the year 2020, Happy New Year. I failed to mention that in the last video, even though it was 2020 when the last one was released. Anyway, today I am focusing on my own personal PC. My own personal PC has seen a few revisions in the past year. I believe about a year ago, in November, I got my RTX 2080 and I upgraded the RAM. I did a video on that. But since then, I then picked up an 8700K and a Z370 board used, and I went from the 6700K to the 8700K, and that worked quite well for a while. But it's not until recently where I've been kind of struggling with the 4K video edits, and Premiere's been crashing a lot. It's been struggling with the 8700K, and I started using my 2700X, which has been in the PC down here, and I've had pretty much no crashes whatsoever, which is strange. Usually you'd think the Intel system would be more rock solid than the AMD one. And I've edited the past two videos on that PC and it's been absolutely fine. Barely any crashes compared to what Premiere was like before, crashing near enough 4 or 5 times an hour, which is painfully annoying. So my autosaves was set to like every minute or 2 minutes, I believe, so I'd never really lost anything. I could always just go back to one of my autosaves. I feel like now is the time I'm ready to upgrade and go full in on AMD. I always build PCs on this channel using AMD CPUs, but I've never really used one for a long period of time as my own kind of personal system for gaming, for video editing and all that stuff. I use it down here for recording my monthly build videos, but you can't really get a general day-to-day use from that. So today my PC is going to be completely overhauled. I'm going to show you guys the stuff I've already got on one side of the table and the stuff that I'm going to be adding on the other side of the table. So we'll have a quick look, we'll switch over to handheld mode, and then we'll have a quick look at what's on the table, what we've got to work with at the moment, and then we'll have a quick check on see what new stuff is going to be going in this PC. So let's have a quick switch around with cameras and yeah, keep this video rolling. Right guys, so this is everything that I'm going to be retaining in my new build. We've got the 32 gigs of Trident Z RGB memory. It's only 3000 speeds, which was fine for Intel based systems, so I may look to upgrade that in the future. We've got a 1TB ADATA XPG SX8200 Pro, I believe, I think is the name of that. That's got my OS and that's my main kind of boot SSD for now. These are my two old SSDs which are just going to be coming with me. They're both completely formatted. They've both got absolutely nothing on them for now, so they're going to be fresh to go as well. This has also been reformatted, and this 2TB file drive has also been reformatted. So there, all those 4 storage drives are completely empty. The only one with anything on it is this one. We're also going to be retaining my cooler, which is the Kraken X72, and the 3 fans that come with that as well. I may look to upgrade them in the future if the thermals aren't quite what I'm happy with, but they've been absolutely fine for the past few months and I don't really see any need to upgrade them. Obviously my RTX 2080 will be surviving. There's no reason to upgrade that. I'm not going to get any more performance unless I buy a 2080 Super or a 2080 Ti for a lot more money and not really much gain. The HX 850i is the power supply which I kind of gained in that 8700K build I bought, and we've also got some cable mod custom sleeve cables coming out the back of that. Black and white seems to be the theme, so that's pretty much what I'm going with here. The black and white cables, all the components are more or less black. Right then, on to the new stuff. We've got the Samsung 970 EVO Plus. It's only a 500 gig SSD. That will be used for kind of like my main storage for videos whilst I'm editing them, and they'll be also going with these SF360 RGB fans. I'm not really too sure how quiet or loud they're going to be, so I'm a little bit unsure on what I'm really going to do with them. They will look great in the case because they're just one big fan unit. It's 3 fans all in one system. Nice and easy to mount, but I'm not too sure about their thermal performance as well as their noise performance. As I mentioned, we are going full in on AMD. The Ryzen 9 3900X. I've not got the 3950X. It's £300 more and it's a little bit hard to justify at this moment in time. But the 12 core, 24 threads is a big improvement over the 6 cores I'm used to. And they'll all be going on this ROG Strix X570E gaming motherboard. It's a really nice looking board. I'm really happy with how this looks. I did contemplate maybe getting some PCI 4.0 storage, but it's just a little bit too expensive right now. And for me, I'm not really going to see the benefit. Oh, and in case you're wondering, I am upgrading to a new case. If I can get the foam off, it's proving to be rather difficult with just one hand. We have the Lian Li PC 011 dynamic in white, it would appear that the dust filter has come off during shipping, but I'm sure I can fix that and have no issues there. I really like the looks of this case. My girlfriend actually got this for me for Christmas. I'm interested to see how this all turns out once we've got everything on this table inside there, and I'm hoping it's going to look pretty good come the end of it. So it's time to start the montage, start the build process, start getting everything on this table, as well as some extra SATA cables and whatnot inside that beast over there. Right guys, so as you can see, we've got pretty much everything on the board already. We've got both SSDs in, the CPU and the RAM are all in. One thing I do want to do is do a quick test boot. So I've got a power supply here. I'll probably chuck the Wraith Max big cooler on there for now, as it's easy to mount. That way we can make sure that the CPU definitely works and the SSD works, and also the motherboard itself. We don't really want to put it all inside that case. I don't want to make everything look really pretty and then find out that the motherboard's dead or the CPU's dead. It's always a good idea to do a test boot first, and that's exactly what I'm going to do right now.
a roller coaster. Oh, she's so flame. I'm burning up inside, but I can feel no pain. I won't try to stop her. She can't be tamed. I'm so in love with her. I fall and try again.
Right guys, the build is done. As you can see, everything is lit up behind me. The only thing that is bothering me is those master fans, the Cooler Master ones. They are a little bit noisy, so I may have to look at maybe sending them back and swapping them for something else, because it's annoying, it bothers me. After I've been using my old Fractal Design R5 case, that is absolutely silent, and this thing is a little bit rattly, so I'm not too happy about that. So I may have to look at swapping them out in the future. Also, we done a quick stress test. I managed to get up to about 80 degrees or so when it was completely fully clocked at 100% utilization, which isn't too bad. I think obviously that's a little bit too high, I think. I'm not too sure. I'll probably have to reference that and see what other people are getting. But overall, I'm pretty happy with how it looks. I'm really, really happy with it. The only downside is the case did get a small scratch in shipping, so I'm gonna have to look at getting that replaced. Annoyingly, it's not really that noticeable, but I know it's there, and it's the type of thing I'll see it again and it'll bug me, so I'll have to get that replaced. Other than that though, it was fairly straightforward. Cable management's a little bit of a strange one in this PC011. It's all just kind of, there's not really anywhere to tie stuff down to. There is cable tie points, but there's none included, like ready to go. There's no little clips like you'd get with a Phanteks or an NZXT case. But there is a lot of room, which is the advantage. There's a lot of space around the back of that motherboard, which just makes it even easier. You can just push stuff out of the way, cable tie it together, and it's not really going anywhere. And if it does move or bend, it doesn't really matter, because there's that much space, it's not going to get in the way of that side panel. So the only thing I really need to do now is make sure that everything is working fine regards Windows, make sure there's no sort of funny issues. I know that it is quite likely that I probably have to reinstall Windows to get the best performance out of this, and probably get rid of any maybe potential crashes or niggles. But we'll see how I get on for a while first, and then we'll do the inevitable of reinstalling Windows. It shouldn't take too long to do all that, but it's just a pain in the ass if you have to. Anyway though guys, I need to go and edit this video. I need to take this computer back up to my room and continue work. And yeah, hopefully next time I'll be able to give you an update of this PC, how it's been going, how it's performing, and maybe if we do potentially swap out those fans for something else, I'll be sure to bring you guys along. Anyway guys, that brings us to the end of the video. If you liked it, feel free to click that like button, and whilst you're down there also please do click that subscribe button, and also click that bell icon so you can get notifications as to any of my videos going live. I'll be sure to keep you guys updated with my switch to AMD. I've never had an AMD CPU as my own personal full-time PC before, so I'm interested to see just how well that goes. Again guys, thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.